The rhythm generator is new for Push 3 and Ableton Live 12.3, and it is a lot of fun. What's coming up next is me taking on a challenge where I set myself 60 minutes to make something cool with the rhythm generator and really take it as far as I can possibly go. What is the rhythm generator? Well, it is a special layout in the drum mode on Push, only on Push 3, where we can, for example, choose a kick and then generate a pattern super quickly. Choose another sound here, do the same thing here for that as well. We can even, using something where we take simpler in slicing mode and combine it with the rhythm generator mode, we can also make a bass line, which is nuts. That was fast, right? I'm going to try to move super quickly and find some good stuff. And by the end, hopefully, I should have something really fun, and I will have done it in just 60 minutes. So that's the challenge. Get ready, let's go. So on Push, we have the percussive sounds, the bass lines, and the lead sounds, more or less. I do love a bit of 808 myself. But let's see. And I set myself, obviously, some rules, which you will have seen elsewhere. But let's choose something now. I've got this little rim. Let's go with that for now, but let's keep it really limited. Let's not have too many. So length, we can put like that. So there's 10 steps between the notes, essentially, or the rhythm, let's say. Remember, we've got these 4 sliders here. And this is a basic start. We've got something going already. Now with the kicks, the simplest thing to do would be to change the resolution here and put it on quarter notes. Because once I put that in, we're going to get, and puts all the way up to 8 steps. And make sure that's all the way, also all the way up to 8. We're going to have a kick every beat, basically. So that's working pretty well. But we need something with a bit more sort of difference than the old 4/4 stuff. So let's put in some snares. Now it's going to update straight away to 16ths as I change it. So that updates live as you change here the resolution using these this column of resolution buttons. I like this. This is already good. Now the claps could be maybe quarter notes. Let's see here. Or maybe on 8ths. Or essentially a resolution of 8ths. Well, that was quite nice, actually. Now I think we need some hi-hats. I'm going to put them on 16ths. That's a bit of a classic. Now I can play here with a variation and find another variation that I might like. Sounds good to me. Now these claps are coming through way too loudly and too often. A few different things we could do to resolve that. I could come over to the mixer view and then bust open, or rather unfold, and come over to the clap and just press this again, the mixer view, to bring down those claps. And let's just do it a little bit for these different sounds. Okay, that's good. But you know what else I'm going to do? I'm going to choose the claps themselves. So over here, clip view, and these are not specific functions of the rhythm generator, but I am obviously aware of them. So I'm going to put chance down. So the clap is going to come in now and then, and it's going to give us this nice little sense of something that is not always the same. What do I think so far? How far are we with time? Only 3 minutes in, doing pretty well. This is a good basis. So let's see which bass line are we going to play with. We've got 2 here to choose from. So we can just press play for now and just leave that. So we have this line here. Now, there are settings that you could go around changing here. I'm going to suggest you don't do so. We have sliced, using sensitivity, this sample, and I will have done this for you in the file, across these 16 pads. So we can essentially step through it like so, from top to, or from left to right. And the trick here, that maybe I do think is important to be aware of, maybe not to spend too much time changing, is the fact that it's set to mono, meaning that each pad here, or each part of the loop, will cancel out the other whenever they play at the same time. But for bass lines, it's often going to make a lot of sense to keep them on mono. So let's generate something. Do we want slow notes? Let's say an eighth for now. And that to me sounds like the root. So let's just go for that. That's really nice. What else are we putting in here? It's relatively full. Let's see what we have here. That's a nice note. Can we drop this in maybe as a 16th note? That was nice. Let's bring down the density. That's super nice. Okay, what else? Are we doing anything else to the bass line? We've got this lower note here. Let's try 16ths again. I like that. I don't want to try my luck, but I do kind of. What else do we have here? No, I'm going to leave it like this. This is already really good bass line. It's rolling. Of course, I immediately want to start playing with the two sends we have here. We've got the reverb and the delay, which, you know what? I'm just going to add it, because it's already going to give us a little bit more of an interesting soundscape as we go. A bit too much delay there, I think. This is working well. These, of course, I've set up to cut out any low frequencies so that things stay nice and tight. Now, what are we going to choose from the three lead sounds here that we have, or the three lead samples? You know what? With this one, it's not working. I'm calling abort on this one, and we're gonna delete that one, and I'm gonna go for something else, see if I can find another place. So this instrument is obviously pretty cool. So let's try this one. So I've got this one selected. Let's try 8th notes. Let's choose another note. What about different resolution? Just going to try it. Well, that's so strange. That's not what we want. See, that's interesting. Weird, but interesting. Now, a lot of these are essentially the same notes. There we go. I like that. I think it needs a bit more variation, but what we can do is duplicate it here, play that one, and just see what else we can get. There we go. Now we have something which is a little bit less repetitive, but what I think we should do is use a similar trick to what I've used before, which is to look for a note and give it more variation. So let's select this one. Or maybe we want this top one. Maybe we want this to be sort of with a 50% chance of dropping in. I'm going to interrupt myself there for a moment and say that if you would like to take on this challenge, you can check out the links below and do so for free. I think it's a good sort of plodding, but in a good sense, plodding bass line just to get started. And we want to then end up here. And I still have 25 minutes. Okay. I think I need to simplify things radically. And I think I need to be honest with myself that this strings thing is making my life very difficult in order to reach the end of this challenge. So we have it. Got our structure, 10 minutes left. There we go. Love it. Wouldn't mind having a little bit more percussion of, interesting percussion going in there. Could use maybe some chants in the clip to bring that up now and then. Here's our sort of drop. Well, not a drop. It's our B section, and then we go back in. And then at the end we'll have this. Where these effects will slowly be brought up to send it onto a wash of reverb. Ah, no, it looks like I didn't record, so let's hold down here. Nah, we need to double tap because we're live 12 here, not live 11. And let's record that in. That was a bit too much. I think I went over the top there. Let's undo that. Try again. There we go. I think that's how it'll end. Okay. I was saying earlier that I was thinking, and let's unarm this because it's distracting. Let's be brave. I want to delete these and make it all neat and tidy. Let's move them to end here. Not that they're doing any harm. No, you know what? Delete them, Andrew. They're not helping at all. Let's do this. It's okay, good. And then here, because this is going to play for a while, I think it's critical that that one now and then has some random things happening in it. So let's come over to that. What would it be? Maybe a clap? What about a high rate clap? I think that could be cool. So the clap itself is a bit too loud and it's happening too often. So let's select these notes while clip view is on and bring down the chance and also increase the velocity range. So we're going to have and bring the overall amount down. We're going to have more random velocity. Not bad. It's not great, but it works. And then we go here, B section. And then we'll go back in. And here the claps are more present. And then this will be our outro. There we go. That's going to be it. So let's just check that this works. Perfect. I'm ready to print this. I'm going to print this straight to arrangement view using the shift and record hack. And so what we can do here is that's already there. Good, it's already playing. All we need to do is hold down shift, record, and we can go. Do this in one take. It's going to be cool. I can make a track of 3 minutes and I will have made it. Just a quick note that if you'd like to learn everything there is to know about Push, check out the Push Bible online courses. Let's go. Count in. Don't remember all those rim shots being so present, but who cares, it's fine. This is how we start. In here we've got the claps, sometimes playing Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. Claps just sometimes come in. I'm not even keeping track of how many bars I've done. Doesn't matter. I'll play the B section when I'm ready. Are we ready? I could hijack these right now. Maybe, will I do that? That's risky. I'm not gonna do it. And I'm gonna move to the B section. We can always embellish this track later on using arrangement view if we want. I like this snare. Builds up nicely. And we go back in. Pretty pleased. I'm very happy I threw out that stuff earlier because I was not going to get there in time. Of course, I want to start grabbing things and changing things here. I could do a random pan on a bass, which you never do. That will turn up in the arrangement view, and I'll remember that and smile. And at some point I'm going to do the outro. I think it's now. Stop. What do we have here over in arrangement view? We have our track, and how much time is left? 45 seconds. Pretty good, pretty good. So let's stop this here. Let's press back to arrangement, and here I've got my track. Very cool. I can pop this open and play through it. Bit of a long intro maybe. Here we go. Nice progression. Do say so myself. So we made something of 2 minutes 20 or so. And our timer is up. That's all good. Now what's interesting about the fact that the claps have a chance factor, that means they'll never play the same way, most likely. Every time we play through this, we're going to get a different result, which you might or might not like. I think it's quite fun. I'm very happy I put in that aspect. I'm going to come up to our B section in a moment. Here we go. Don't know how many of you like dance music, but I do. So this is quite a lot of fun for me. Back to the roots. Here we go, here's our outro. This worked out pretty well. I'm very happy with it. Curious to hear what you think. Really happy I threw out some things so I could move forward, make this happen, get it done, finish the challenge. What can I say? Mission accomplished. So what do you think about the rhythm generator? Let me know in the comments below, and let me know also what other topics or things would you like me to cover in future videos on Push. Do subscribe on both my YouTube channels for much more, and join the mailing list if you'd like to stay up to date with whatever's coming next. If you'd like to take on this creative challenge for free and get the micro playground, get the tips and tricks I have to share with you, then check out the links below and finish a track today. What else is there to say except go get bopping with the rhythm generator?